Welcome back to the Whisky Couch here in sunny South Africa. My name is GUSTAV MULLER and this is the Whisky Tasting and Food Pairing Review number 86. Today's whisky is the second in this series of Glendronach whiskies that I'm doing. Today, Glendronach Peated from the Glendronach Distillery. Yesterday I reviewed the Glendronach 15-year-old revival and I used curry and rice for a food pairing with that whiskey, and I did forget to mention that I used beef mince curry and rice with the fruit chutney in yesterday's video. But for today, the second one in the Glendronach series, I also yesterday in the Glendronach 15 review I did give a bit of background on the distillery and where it is situated. I'm not going to repeat all of that. I'm going to jump straight to the whiskey. I got to know the Glendronach Distillery for their commitment to sherry cask matured whiskies, non-peated. What a surprise when I heard that they are going to release Glendronach Peated whiskey. And I couldn't wait to try this. Now here in South Africa we always have to wait about 6 months longer because for some traditional reason the bottlings that we get is 750ml bottles. It says it there on the label there, whereas the European bottlings is 700ml, 70 centiliters. This is 75 centiliters. So we always have to wait for the second bottling run before we can get our bottlings. But I finally received my bottle and I've already tried it. And what a surprise. Glendronach Peated, matured in bourbon casks, which is also new for me because I'm used to the Glendronach sherry cask whiskies. And then this one was finished in Oloroso sherry and ex-Pedro Jimenez sherry casks. Beautiful, as the gift box described the color, a vivid harvest gold color that this whiskey has. Vivid harvest gold color. Bottled at 46% and also non-chill filtered. And no additional coloring added. It says here on the gift box that on the nose we can expect ripe gooseberry, cinnamon, cinnamon sugar, crisp citrus, delicate peat, charred wood. I'm just sort of reading the highlights. Freshly ground barley, vanilla toffee, and on the palate, vibrant oak spices, floral heather honey, barley sugars, white pepper, subtle peat notes, a dryness and campfire embers, and the finish is described as a unique marriage of crisp fruit and barley-laden Highland characteristics surrounded by gentle peat smoke, intriguingly reminiscent of heather burning in the distant glens. How exciting is this? Glendronach Peated. Absolutely fantastically exciting. Sweet peat smoke. Gentle peat smoke. This is probably between 15 and 22 phenol parts per million. Very light, gentle peat smoke. On the fruity side, I agree with the citrus on the gift box and the gooseberries, but I'm also getting some peaches. The cinnamon is there, but also a hint of bitter dark chocolate, sweet vanilla, malt barley, candy peel and sherry, the sherry influence in the finishing. No age statement. You can feel it on the palate. There is definitely a youthfulness, a crispiness on the palate. But there is a slightly oiliness to it that coats your mouth quite nicely. Soft peat smoke is there. On the spicy side, there's a bit of bitter marmalade. And like the gift box says, some oak spices and pepper. A little bit dry towards the end. Citrus and peaches, but not as the nose suggested. The nose suggested a bit more of the citrus and peaches and gooseberries. On the palate, it's not so intense in terms of the fruitiness. Creamy vanilla on the second sip. The sherry influence sort of in the background. Dark chocolate and a wonderful honey note. So you can pick up the ex-Bourbon cask influence and then also the ex-sherry cask influence. So a few drops of water, 46%. So you can add a few drops of water. Oiliness, light gold color for me. The finish is long. The marmalade and the gentle peat and the crisp fruit is sort of just lingering. The light sherry. Even now, I mean, it's almost a half a minute later. The spices and even a hint of coffee that is sort of lingering with a bit of grapefruit. All right, with a few drops of water. More peaches for me. It's as if the water opens up the fruity element of the aromas. Smooth, satisfying, sweet and bitter notes. Wonderfully balanced. If I have to summarize what I'm experiencing this whiskey, then I would say fruity, peaty and balanced. The sweet and bitterness very well balanced for me personally. I can just say a very impressive no age statement whiskey. Around $65 in the US, around £40 in the UK, and 700 South African Rand here in South Africa. If you want to pair this whiskey with a food snack, because of the very nice vanilla notes from the ex-Bourbon casks, I would recommend vanilla fudge. The spiciness, the bitterness, the dark chocolate and the vanilla will connect very well with a straightforward vanilla fudge. It'll be like dessert. Or Lindt Excellence Orange Intense, which is a dark chocolate from Lindt with an orange flavor and little bits of orange pieces inside. I've chosen for today a fresh oyster. Can you believe that? I have got a fresh oyster right here. I don't want to tilt it too much. And the secret, of course, is the few drops of lemon juice and just a dash of black pepper. And I'm going to try this fresh oyster with this lightly peated Glendronach. Now, I have tried oysters with Islay peated whiskies before and it works very, very well. But I have not yet tried it with a Northern Highland close to Speyside, a peated whiskey. So this is a first for me with Speyside peated whiskies. I've poured just a drop inside there. Let's see if this works. Well, this is interesting. It is so pleasant. How much will I give this pairing? Fresh oyster with Glendronach Peated. This is an easy 4.5 out of 5 for me. What a wonderful experience. Thank you for watching. Remember to share this video with your friends, and I will see you tomorrow for the next in the line of the Glendronach whiskies that I'm reviewing. Sláinte.